Good morning. This is Rose McDonough, and it's another Rose's Life Lessons coming to you today. My friend Lisa Salek said to me, "Hey, why don't you do showing how to make a gift basket?" I thought about it. Okay, I've been doing gift baskets for years. I've probably put together, honestly, over 1,000 gift baskets from when I first started at Hawkins Farm Market, putting baskets together for clients. And I had no idea what I was doing the first time I did it. I'll readily admit it was in the fall. We were thinking we were going to stay open and try to offer this during the Christmas season. And I started putting something together, a little bit of tissue paper I put into the bottom of a basket, and it was not working. I'll be honest. I was trying to build, I got the idea, but I couldn't do it. And a customer, by God's grace, had come in. She was getting her produce. She was kind of out of the corner of her eye watching me, and I saw her. And she went out to her car after she had purchased her things and came back in and had tissue paper, more tissue paper, and had some wrapping, filler, and a few other things, and said, "Not everybody knows how to do this. You need to be taught." She was a salesperson for that kind of stuff, and she showed me how to put a basket together, filling in the bottom, putting some stuff on top of it, and building up. My friend Ann always teased me about, I always said, "You need height." Maybe it's because I'm 4'10", but that's what we needed, was a little bit of height to go into the basket. So again, I've been doing this for years. Honestly, I've been doing this probably since I was 29, 30, somewhere around there. So a lot of years of doing this basket, and whoever that woman is, I am grateful that she took the time to teach me. So I'm going to take the time to teach you as well. So I went to the dollar store just to start initially, and I got something called a bowl. You can use a bowl, you can use a basket, whatever you want, but just a small fruit bowl. And I took 3 pieces of tissue paper that I happened to be laying around after Christmas, and I put this together. Just shoved them in there, no big deal. I try to make sure that my tissue paper doesn't stick out over the top. And then I bought a bag of dollar wrapping just to finish filling it out. You notice I picked white. You can pick whatever color you want. I picked white because white is going to work better for me, but I picked some other color wrapping to go over top of it. I picked blue. I usually use white, and when I had customers, I used white, and my friend Ann would make all the beautiful bows. Can't make bows. Everybody has something they can do. I can't do pie crust. I can't do bows. So I bought some ready-to-go things, a bow for this. All right, so I've got my basket, and I'm going to take my bananas. I only got 2 because it's just a small basket that I'm going to do. And you can put them in like this. You can put them in like this, however you want to do. But remember, the idea is that you're going to build up. In order to keep this up, I need a piece of fruit under there. And I'm shining up a little bit of an apple because I'm going to put an apple underneath there. I have a gift card that I'm going to use, and I know I'm going to put the gift card in here, but I'm going to put an orange. I'll turn it here so that you can see it. I'm going to put an orange over here, and then I also shined up a little bit of a pear, and I'm going to put a pear over on the other side. You're building from here, and you build up. I did get a couple of tangerines, and I made some bread. This happens to just be zucchini bread from zucchini I put into my freezer. So I'm going to put that there, and I'm going to hold it just with another one of those little cuties. Went around my house. Hey, what do I have that I can put into this? Because I'm taking it to her at her office. So I have some little bit of breakfast biscuits that are going to go in here. I think I'm going to put another little orange over in there. Keep in mind, it's building up, it's building up, it's building up. I have a granola bar. I'm going to put a granola bar in here, and over here, I have another one. I don't even know if it's going to fit in. If it looks like it's going to fall out, ditch it. It's not going to work. But what I think I'm going to do is I might come over here, and these things happen all the time, is I want to see if possibly I can add it in over here. I can't, but look at that. I put it across the top, and it worked out fine across the top. The idea for me is that you turn the basket, it should be pleasing all over. And I'm going to slide in this gift card right in here. I don't want it to come over that side because when I do this, I'm going to be pulling the wrapping paper up. So just take a quick look here of the basket. Let me put the camera down a little bit lower so that you can see it. So there we go. We have it all around, and it is built up. but it's missing something. What the heck is it missing? Well, for me, it's missing some candy. So I just went and I found some candy that I have around. When I go to my vestry meetings, I try to take some candy to keep people, so I keep them for so long because I talk so long that perhaps they're not quite so bored. So I'm just going to be filling around the basket and finding some spaces. So that's a Red Hot, and that's another spearmint. And there's a lot of dead space in there. So I'm going to put a few things in there. Tonka, I will take care of you in just a minute. I'm going to put another one in there. I've got a little Tootsie Roll going on here. There's Paul Mark's favorite, root beer. A couple other ones here. Star, I don't know what they're called. Star something. I am so weird that I try not to get the same colors together. So here I was, right here. I was ready to slide in on the orange, a yellow piece. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put a red one in instead. And I'm going to put the yellow over there. That's it. Look how beautiful it looks going all the way around. Doesn't it look gorgeous? I think it does anyway. My next thing to do is to wrap it. And so I'll show you how I wrap it. So I've switched the camera around a little bit so that you can see what I'm doing. And I put down the cellophane paper here. And I'm grabbing my fruit basket back again. And I lost a piece of candy, and that's perfectly fine. I don't care if I lose a piece of candy. I just don't want to lose all of my food out of there. So I do try to make sure that it's a little bit stable when it's coming around. How much do you need? You need to make sure that you have enough that you can come up and feel comfortable over top of it. So I'm going to cut this paper, and then I'm going to show you again about how much. I'd rather have a little bit more than not enough. Oh, shoot, I always do that. I think I'm going to slide it, and I make such a choppy edge. And if that's what you do too, don't worry about it, because we're going to trim that off when we're all finished and make it look beautiful. So I've taken this, and I'm going to go from corner to corner. I have too much paper up there. So I'm going to shift my basket back just a little bit, just to make sure when I do the corners that I'm going to try to be right in the middle. So corner to corner, and then you're going to take your other corners and your corners and hold them up. All right, so just so you can see, I've got all of my corners up and I have it. When I do that, I need to work a little bit more with the basket. And see how this is here? We're going to make sure that we can fold these pieces up. So 2 of the corners, no problem, they come together. This side, what am I going to do with all this? I start pulling toward. It's almost like when you're putting a ponytail in. And then, you see how I'm twisting? Twist it, twist it, twist it. I'm going to do the same thing over there so that it all fits together. I pick it up and I shake it down. I want to try to get as much air out as I can. Had I known this was going to be this dark, I probably would have gone for the white. But nonetheless, when Joanne opens it up, hopefully she's going to like it. I'm so weird. Did you see what I just did? From around my neck, I had already pre-cut a piece of yarn. So I use that yarn, I go underneath. This is the hardest part to do with one hand. When I used to do a whole lot of these, I used to bring my husband in and say, I just need your fingers to help me do this last part. And I usually do it about 3 times. If you don't have yarn, some string will do. Although, quite honestly, I don't know anybody who has string laying around their house anymore. We used to always have string when I was a kid. I don't need this part. I'm going to just get rid of it. Once it's cut together, it's great. Now, we need to lift this back up because I need you to be able to see what the top looks like here. All right, so here we go. I have this top. Look how funky it looks. So it's like all those pieces added together. I'm going to crunch them together, and I'm going to go down and cut. How much? I can't honestly tell you how much you're going to cut off. You're going to have to see. But I want to have, I'm going to bring this in really clearly so that you can see. I want to have about that much on top. What is that? Maybe 7 inches or so is what I want to have on top. So I'm going to take that 7 inches that I have up there on the top, and I'm going to fan it open. That's the idea that you want to have. Look how lovely that looks fanned open. That's what you want to do. But again, I told you I can't make bows. So I already bought 2 bows for $1. Can't go wrong with this. It saves me a whole lot of hassle because I'm such a terrible bow maker. And I'm going to go and just try to find 2 pieces. I'm going to Start with one here and one here, maybe two. There we are. And all I'm going to do is decide what's the front of your basket. Well, I can't really tell because it's so dark. It clearly, either side could be the front of the basket. I'm tying it in the back and I'm coming around. I want to get this out of the way and I'm going to tie it one more time in the front. Once I tie this in both sides, then because it's a curlicue bow, it's just going to stay exactly where it needs to be, and that's fine. And again, fan my basket out. And that's it. And it looks just perfect. What more do you need? Here's the finished look of the basket all together. I think it looks pretty good. I'm hoping that she's going to like it. My only comment is, wow, this blue is really, really dark. But that's how easy it is. Now I just went from a $20 gift card into a $30 basket or more just because it looks pretty. That's all you want to do is try to make it look so it's attractive. Add it together. It's more special. Who doesn't like opening up something like this? We all like opening up presents. All right, I don't have any names with me today. I'm sorry. I started working on this in another place in my house because I knew I needed a different space. So just know that I need you to like or subscribe would be great, but mostly leave comments so I know if I'm touching people and if there's other things that you want me to do. And thanks to that woman who I never knew who she was at the farm market, Hawkins Farm Market, oh my gosh, probably 1987, maybe 1988. Thank you for saving my butt all those many, many years ago. And thanks for Ann Hawkins, who is actually Ann McNulty, for, letting me work with you for all those years. It was a great run when we were there. Have a good day. Bye.